If you're wondering about self-compassion, then this video is for you. I'm going to be recapping the most recent community meeting in an interesting way and talking about compassion. I first want to say that nobody showed up, and that's okay. And I want to share with you actually how I practiced self-compassion most recently. And then I'm also going to be talking a little bit about the second part of self-compassion. So, I think disappointment is part of life. And I'm not trying to get any pity or not to put pressure on anyone, not to guilt trip anyone, but I'm trying to share right now, just growing a business, there's disappointments. And I think for anybody in life, there's disappointments. And so, just the initial kind of, oh, nobody showed up. I want to, as a kind of leader of this community, I want to show up with honesty. I want to show up with transparency. I want to not put on a rosy colored thing and pretend that, tons of people are showing up and that, I want to lead with the truth, and I want to lead with disappointment because I feel like life is filled with disappointments. And that's where I'm coming from in this video. And just right now, I feel like I can have disappointment be a small part of my life. Where it's not the defining thing. Where, as before, like let's say 10, 12 years ago, if disappointment happened to me, if something happened that was unpleasant, rejection, eating too much of something, not being perfect, whatever, saying something awkward at a party, there's this shame that would just catch me and it would pull me in and it'd really bring down my mood. And so with compassion, by practicing compassion over these past years, this little disappointment is it's little. It's not anything bigger than an hour of my time. That's it. Like, I can make a mistake or something disappointing can happen and it's gone. And in fact, actually, I'm in a pretty damn good mood. um, so before, if maybe something disappointing happened, I would have gotten just really, really hurt. And then I try to be strong, right? I would have tried to say, oh, this doesn't bother me. This doesn't bother me. You know what? I'm going to plow through. I'm just going to ignore this. I'm just going to, it's no big deal. And nowadays I put my hand on my heart. I feel that little disappointment. I feel it, right? Step one, mindfulness. Mindfulness, step one. That's why we journal. We got to catch those feelings. We got to be aware of them. We got to get grounded. We got to process them. We got to feel them in our body. Step two, we got to add in that dash of compassion. We got to feel it. Then we got to speak to it. We got to say, hey, are you okay? Little feeling in your heart? Or, what are you feeling? Disappointment? It's okay to feel that way. Do you need anything? It's okay to feel disappointed. Lots of people growing their businesses feel disappointed. Lots of people, lots of coaches out there feel disappointed. It's okay to feel disappointed. That type of thing. We need to feel the compassion. We need to listen to it. We need to talk to it. We need to dialogue with it. And when we do this kind of process, it moves through us, right? It moves through us. So many times we're stuck on our feelings. We can't get a hold of our feelings, or our feelings are too much. They're too painful. And for me, I grew up without any connection to my body. My body was frozen, right? And so when I first started trying to get to my feelings through mindfulness, that was very important. But throughout my journey, I've learned that you also need to, it's not just about mindfulness. You do need to feel your emotions, but there's this other part where you need to recognize other people feel the same way. You need to be able to talk to your emotions and listen to them. They talk back, right? You need to imagine them having a voice and for you to hear it. It's very, very important. And when you do these things, then you can listen to your hunger levels. Then you can do this intuitive eating stuff much more easily because your emotions, you're actually like with them. They're actually connected to you. The process of mindfulness and compassion is what connects you to your emotions in a very like normal way, right? It's not like you're... Anyways, I digress. I want to talk about the second part of compassion because that's what I've been talking about this past week. We've talked a lot about the first part of compassion, this kindness, this acceptance, this tenderness. The second part of compassion is acting, like hey, let me toot my own horn here. Here I am putting this video on YouTube and sharing that nobody showed up to my meeting. Isn't that embarrassing, right? Well, it kind of is. It's kind of disappointing. But on the other hand, I get a chance to demonstrate true leadership right now. I get a chance to share with you something that real, and it's action. I'm taking action. I'm putting this video out there. I'm not letting this little disappointment define me. And now, a couple years ago or whatever, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have tried to hide that disappointment. It would have been crushing to me. It would have been crushing to me. Like, even a side tangent, I was on the dating apps earlier, just this morning. And I don't even care about dating apps anymore. Like, I used to be so obsessed with, like, messages and if I was saying the right thing and, like, oh, if someone unmatched me, like, did that... I don't give a crap about that anymore. Or, like, if someone does unmatch or not reply, it's a moment of disappointment. And I've learned that I cannot brush these moments of disappointment under the rug. I cannot. Otherwise, bad things happen. Otherwise, feelings build up. Food creeps in. Shame pollutes my mind. But if I can just notice, oh, that's disappointment. Hey, disappointment, I feel you. I catch you. I see you. It's okay to feel disappointed. It's okay. Then I can take the action. Then I can stand up in the world in a strong way. The more I practice this, the easier it gets, right? You do this subconsciously now. This compassion stuff comes subconsciously, and that's why it feels like almost these things don't bother me. But as I kind of talk right now, I realize there's a moment of disappointment. There's a moment of, shit, that hurts when someone rejects you, right, on these dating apps or whatever. But then with compassion, through the practice of self-compassion, it just slides by. If I eat too much, there's a moment, still to this day, oh, you ate too much, boom, 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 do my self-compassion thing, gone. Like, I'm back. And this compassion then is what then gives me the fuel, gives me the strength, gives me the courage, the conviction to then, like, pick myself up. Not even pick myself up, just, it's not even bothering me. But anyways, to be more strong in some sense, to be more clear about what I want. I think that's a big part about compassion, when you're always checking in with your body. What do you need right now? What do you want? All right, this seems like really silly, but this is a practice, right? You got to practice this stuff. What do I need right now, honey? What do you need right now, man? Come on. Hey, little Jared. Hey, little Jared. What do you need? What do you want? What would help you? Listening. As you continually ask yourself what you need, and if you've clarified your goals and all that stuff, you get the strength to just plow through little obstacles. And anyways, that was the community recap. Nobody showed up, and I'm happy that I can share this disappointment with you. I'm happy that I get a chance to share the ups and the downs, and to talk about compassion. Little side note too, I was talking about this inner child work a lot. I'm just calling it all compassion now. It's just simpler that way. So anyways, am I missing anything? Let me know. Comment, email, whatever floats your boat. that's the community recap. Have a great, great day. Namaste.